This is Staff Sergeant Simpson with my third video for YouTube. And today we're going to talk about I use it for day hiking, but I guess it could be a get home bag or a mini bug out bag, I guess you could call it. Whatever you want to call it. I used to carry, most of this is kind of like my everyday carry. It's pretty much identical setup on the inside. I carry everything that I would normally carry every day. But this one is just better suited for hiking. And that's what I use it for when we go hiking in the mountains and all that stuff. It just works so much better than my messenger bag that I have. And that works well too in an urban setting. It's a little less noticeable, I guess. It's kind of a man purse kind of thing, so you still get funny looks. But we don't really care what other people think around here, so who cares? But anyway, so this is a Camelback Mule. Is the bag. I got this in 2006 on my first deployment. They gave it to me. It worked great for the deployment, of course, and now it's serving double duty for my civilian lifestyle. Of course, these are additional ammo pouches that I did put on. There's nothing in them right now. It's just extra storage for camera, extra batteries, stuff like that. But we'll open her up here, and right now, I have, gotta unclip this. Right now, this is kind of a cheap, kind of a piece of junk really. It's kind of a multi-survival thing. It's got a little compass and it's a whistle. It's got a magnifying glass in it and a thermometer. I mean, it all does work. I don't think I'd trust it with my life, but it'll do in a pinch. I would still suggest you buy a good compass, but it does work. Over here, I decided to put a little retractable doohickey thing. I don't know what it's really called, but it does work good. It's for the ID badge. You clip it on, but that way when you're drinking, it'll just slap right back in place, and it's not flopping around on you and all that stuff all the time. A little addition that I put on. It has, I think it's a 3-liter in here. I believe it's a 3-liter. Yeah, it is. And I also keep my big knife in there. I could strap it to the front. I just prefer it in there. It's a SOG Seal Pup. Nothing real fancy about that. That's just where I keep it. It fits well. In this main compartment, I wear contacts normally, but I take an extra set of glasses along with me because you just never know what might happen. So I have those in there. It's in a hard case, so nothing bad happens to it. I have some snacks, just some little fruit snacks for sugar, and a little Fiber One granola bar, just for extra food along the way. I do have a mini mag light that works. These are really nice. I think this is like an ultra mini mag, but these things are pretty cheap, but they're nice, and you can change out. You can get LEDs or whatever, but they do have an extra bulb in the back. AAA batteries, 2 of them, so those work nice. More snacks in there. Basic first aid kit for hiking. I got this from REI. It's just got the basic stuff in it. I'm qualified as a trauma technician, emergency trauma technician, which is basically a first responder, but Alaska calls it something different. So I do carry other first aid items with me, but this is a really good just in case pack of Band-Aids, Neosporin, kind of stuff like that. I mean, it gets the job done. It's pretty easy. This, I don't know, some people talk about survival tins, like the little Altoid cans and stuff like that, and I kind of made my own. I have a Gerber clutch. It's just a little bit Gerber, and it came with this. I actually got it sent to me by my home unit when I was deployed. They sent me this as a Christmas present because I missed Christmas over there. So they gave me this, and I just used the tin for that. And then I just put some cotton balls, some tea lights, magnesium fire starter, of course a lighter, some foil, a few Band-Aids, got a razor blade. There's the little Gerber clutch. And then in this was a sewing kit, and it still is. It's still got sewing in it. but it's also a little fishing kit. Got a little fishing line in here, some hooks, some lures, weights, little pair of scissors, a pencil, white trash bag. Just some basic stuff, nothing real fancy. It helps. I mean, I've used this kit only in practice. Luckily, I've never had to use it for anything else. Last winter, a few of us went out, and it was negative 20 degrees, and we took just the minimum stuff, and I did use a tea light out of this as practice, and the cotton balls. And I wish the cotton balls, and I should do that with these, was soaked in Vaseline. It would probably have worked a lot better. But I still got the job done. But, so that pocket, that's all in that pocket. Now this pocket, I cram a lot more crap in this one. But I got a pair of wool socks and an extra pair of undies in a plastic bag. You don't want those to get wet. Of course, these socks wouldn't matter too much, but that's the whole point. So I have that in there. I have cotton gloves, just a pair of cotton gloves, and I have a beanie, just in case it gets a little chilly out there. I have 550 cord in there, and I have one of these. These are really cool, and these work really, really nice. It's a Frontier emergency water filter straw. Now I think this is only good up to, I believe, 20 gallons. But 20 gallons is a lot of water. But the nice thing is you just put the straw in, and you got your puddle of water. You can drink straight from the puddle, put this in, drink from there, and it's filtered. It's very nice in a hiking kind of, rural environment. This is perfect for that. I do have a multi-tool, a bigger multi-tool to Leatherman Charge. This was issued to me in the Air Force, and as you can see, it's almost brand new. Never really used it much. Not for a survival situation anyways. For practice, yes, but nothing fancy about it, really. Just another multi-tool. Got another light in there, just a small one. Got pencil, pen, paper, a slightly larger light. A lot of people make fun of me and say, why do you have so many lights in Alaska when it stays daylight for, 18 hours during the summer? Which is true, but in the wintertime, it stays dark for 18 hours. So having lights, is nice. And redundancy is not a bad thing. I have a Luma stick, which is just another light source. You just can't, in my opinion, can't have too many light sources. I Light My Fire spork, which is really nice. Got the little knife, all that stuff. I think from Walmart, I think this was like $5. I don't know, something like that. They have a titanium one, which is like $20, which is nice, but I want to go cheap. So wet ones, you can always use these for anything. I mean, for bathing, for disinfecting, just about anything. Kills 99.9% germs. I mean, it's got to be good. And then the last thing in here is this. And I like using this. It's bulky and it adds extra weight, and I realize that. But it's nice because you can put water in here. If you're careful, you could probably boil water in this. You just had to really be cautious. I mean, I've seen people boil water in these Camelback bladders. So if they can do it in that, you could probably do it in this. But it's nice for food. You can put food in there to eat. And it's just a nice compact kit to store all this extra stuff that I have. And this is all basic stuff. Of course, batteries. I got AA's and AAA's for my flashlights. I got another lighter in there. Hand sanitizer. Take that stuff everywhere I go. It's nice. Toothpaste, of course. Contact solution. A little contact dish because I'll have my contacts. And 3 pairs of contacts in there as well. Sunscreen. I don't really use sunscreen too much, and you really probably wouldn't need it too much in Alaska because the sun doesn't get that hot. But it's still nice to have. Some chewing gum and these little wisps for dental hygiene. Anyone who's been in the military knows, for whatever reason, they're really hell-bent about dental hygiene. Personally, I didn't go to the dentist for the first time until I was 28 years old, and that was 2 years ago. Never had any problems with my teeth. They found 3 cavities. Bad thing is, though, is I do have gum disease because I chewed for many years, and that's part of it. But if I stop now, then I'm good. So, but dental hygiene is very important. Hygiene in general is very important. So that's the basics for my kit. I've seen people have different stuff in it. I mean, overall concept is about the same. I think pretty standard stuff that everyone should have in this kit. Like I said, the nice thing I like, it has the MOLLE stuff, so you can put extra pouches. I have these two. I have another mag pouch that I could, you know, change it out with that's just one big pouch. But I like this because I can put my camera in separate and then have other stuff in there. It works great. It's very comfortable. It's fairly lightweight. It's got, for the waistband, you can put a waist strap on. I don't use the waist strap. I just use the one around my torso. And it's fully adjustable, of course. And it's made of Cordura, which is very durable stuff. This has lasted me 3 deployments over, well, it was over a year and a half worth in the desert. I wore it every day, used it every day. Didn't have it quite as decked out as I do now, but it served the purpose and it worked well for me. And hopefully, if I need it, everything that's in here, hopefully I won't have to use. But if I have to, I have it. So, along with this kit, I always carry my firearm, as you know, and that's when this one comes into play. My drop leg holster, and I use this for my Sig Sauer, and it works well. I can hike, I can maneuver, I can do everything I need to, and it works well. So I hope this kit kind of gave you some good ideas on what to take, what not to take. Like I said, this is the same stuff that I take in my EDC bag, my everyday carry bag. I usually just keep that in my truck. I don't take it into work with me and stuff like that, but it's always in my truck, along with extra clothes and stuff like that I always have in my vehicle as well. But for camping, I have this. My wife has her own, and we have this, and then the baby that we have, and our son, both sons have their own stuff, and then our dog has his own stuff as well. So until next time, I hope that helps you, and we'll see you later.